the last topic of unit number 1 of database management system. The key terms that we are supposed to discuss are: first one is the relational data model, second one is the network data model, and third one is the hierarchical data model. So let's start our discussion with the first data model of the data model classification, that is the relational data model. So this relational data model was first proposed by a research fellow at the IBM lab called Dr. Edgar F. Codd in 1970. It becomes one of the popular model in mid to late 1980s when RDBMS, a product of Oracle, was launched. So as per this RDBMS, instead of storing the data in terms of hierarchies, Dr. E.F. Codd has suggested that the data should be stored in the form of two-dimensional data structures, that is, in the form of relations or tables. Every relation or the table contains two basic things. First one is the vertical attributes or columns, and second one is the horizontal tuples or rows. So whenever you are just defining a structure of a given table, you should have to identify the underlying numbers of attributes, and you should have to define the particular set of domains, so that whenever you are populating the domain compatible values for the respective attribute of a given table, you would obtain the underlying number of tuples or the set of rows. So the intersection of rows and attribute will give us the underlying number of tuples or the records in a given table. So friends, the relational data model, which was just suggested by Dr. E.F. Codd, as I said, it should be of a particular domain, or you should have to define a particular domain for the respective attribute. But whenever you are defining the domain, those values has to be unique as per the domain that have been defined on the attributes. So the basic structure for the table or the relation will be like this. For example, we have taken one example of an employee table where you are having three attributes. First one is the employee ID, second one is name, and third one is salary. And again, we are having three underlying number of tuples, that is 1001 ASC 10,000, it is our first tuple. Second one is 1002 RAM 8,000, it is the second tuple. And 1003 Amul 7,000, it is our third tuple. So when we are populating the domain compatible values for the respective attribute of a given table, definitely you will obtain such types of underlying number of tuples. So while defining the structure of a given relation in the relational data model, you should have to follow certain basic rules. And those rules are: first one, the attributes are single value. It should be represented in terms of groups. It is not allowed in RDBMS. Again, entries in the column must be of the same type of the specified domain. Each attribute should have the label with the unique name. Any two tuples in a relation should not be identical, and the order of tuples and the columns is insignificant. So these are some of the rules for defining the structure with the help of relational data model. Then after, the next one, that is the hierarchical data model. In a hierarchical data model, the data is organized in the form of tree structure. Means there is a hierarchy. Means at the top you are having the root, and beneath that root you are having the sub nodes or sub other nodes that are the childs. In terms of this form, you are having the parent-child relationship, means there will be a unique parent and there will be the underlying number of nodes that are the child nodes. This structure implies that a record can have the repeating information generally in the form of child segment. The data organized in series of records which have the set of traits, values that are attached to it. It collects all the instances or the occurrences of the record together as the record type. Generally, the record type is equivalent to a table and the records are sometimes equivalent to the rows. To create the links between the record types, the hierarchical model uses the parent-child relationship. And the basic relationship that has been represented with the help of this hierarchical model is one to many. Why? Because we are having a single parent and beneath that we are having the number of nodes or the number of childs, and that's why the basic relationship that has been represented by this hierarchical model is one to many. For example, an organization stores the data about its respective employees like employee ID, name, department and salary. Now, the organization might also store data about the employee children like the name of the children and their respective date of birth. So, whenever we are just maintaining or try to maintain the data like this, the employees and the children data forms a hierarchy where employee data represents the parent segment and the children data represents the child segment. Now, if employee has three children, then there would be three child segments attached to a given employee segment. In the hierarchical data model, the parent-child relationship is one to many, as you can see in a given figure. For example, we are having the employee segment like employee ID, name, department, and salary, and then after we are having the child segment where we are using the attribute child name and date of birth. So, respective example is shown at the another side. That is, employee name is ASK, then after A10, DCA 10,000. Its respective three childs are A, B, C, along with their respective date of birth. So, this is the simple form through which you can just represent the data by using the hierarchical data structure where the data is organized in form of parent-child relationship, or you can say there is a group and beneath that you are having the number of childs nodes. Okay, so this is all about the hierarchical model. And finally, the last model, that is the network data model. Dear friends, this network data model was formalized by DBTG Codasim in 1960. That is Database Task Group. Okay, this database task group has suggested this network data model. It was generally based on DBTG model. The DBTG model uses two different data structures to represent the entities and relationships among entities, respectively the record type and the set type. Means the entities are represented with the help of record type and the relationship that can exist among the entities are represented with the help of set type. Okay, so as I said, the basic two things are represented by using the record type and entity type or the set type. A given set type is used to represent the relationship between two record types, that is the owner record type and the member record type. Again, a set type is always named and specifies generally a one-to-one relationship between the owner record type and the member record type. Usually, the set defines one-to-many relationship, although there are the chances of one-to-one and many-to-many relationship or can be also represented by this network data model. So, we are having one example, entity set employee with attributes employee ID, name, city and salary. Again, entity set department with attributes department number, DNAME and location. So we are having two different things, that is the entity, that is employee, and second one is entity, that is department. Means we are having the employee entity set and department entity set, and we are trying to just associate these two entity set with each other with the help of this network diagram. So you can see on your screen with the figure where we are having the employee entity set and contrastly we are having the department entity set. Okay, so we can say that a given employee can be working in at least one department. Conversely, in a given department, there might be the number of employees who are working as well. So, in this way, you can have one to many as well as one to one or many to many relationship that can exist among two entity sets with them on this network data. Okay, so this is all about the network data model. Then after we are having this ER diagram, generally we are just seeing the basics of this ER diagram. Now you can see these are the variety of constructs that are used in order to represent the various things in the ER diagram. Rectangles are used to represent the entities. Then after ellipses or ovals are used to represent the attributes. Diamonds are used to represent the relationship. Lines are used to connect the attributes and the entities with each other. Double ellipse is used to multi-bracket attribute. Dash ellipse is used to represent the derived attribute, and double lines is used to represent the weak entity set. So these are the variety of symbols that are used in the ER diagrams. Dear friends, we have already seen this ER diagram in previous sessions where we have seen the diagram of the hospital management system. So these are the variety of entities that can exist. Strong entity that is having the primary key, weak entity which also depends on the strong entity for its existence. Again, I have said that we have taken one example of hospital management system where we have identified the basic entities, that is doctor, patient, nurse, treatments, rooms along with their respective attributes, and this is the diagram of the hospital management system. Okay. So these things, that is the hierarchical model, we have already mentioned earlier. So dear friends, this is all about the data model classification. So this concludes the unit number 1. Dear friends, in unit number 1, we have seen the variety of concepts of database management system. That is the basic concept. Then after, we have seen the advantages and disadvantages. Then after, we have seen the data models or defining the data models. Then after, we have seen the concept of data abstraction and data integration. Then after, we have seen the components of database management system. And finally, we have concluded the unit with the topic, that is the data model classification. Within that, we have seen some of the data models that are suggested by the databases. That is the relational data model, which is widely used in database systems. Then after, network data model and hierarchical data model. Okay, friends.